Starting off with the Mango People Juicy Glow Balm. You're about to see it for yourself, but this is actually glass skin in a bottle. So I put it on all over my face, I spread it with my fingers, and it's just the perfect way to prep makeup. I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter over top, and I blend that with a brush. And then going in with the Rose Ink Skin and Hands shade 60, you know the drill. This stuff makes me look so bronze and glowing from within, so I blend that in with the brush, and then I blend all 3 layers together with a sponge just to really melt them all in together. Now, in the theme of it being burgundy makeup, I felt like the OG contour stick was perfect for this because it has kind of a coppery reddish undertone contour to it, so I'm putting it in all of these areas and blending it with a brush. Now for concealer, I'm going in with the Sigma color corrector, putting it under my eyes and in my redness areas before I go in with concealer. I do a really light amount because the corrector really handles a lot of the discoloration. So once it's on, I'm blending it out with a brush. For my eye area, I'm making sure to look up to prevent any creasing. Now for blush, I feel like I had the absolute most perfect shade, which is shade Fox by Merit. It's such a gorgeous, like terracotta burgundy shade. So I put it on my cheekbones, my nose, and I like to do it on my forehead and my chin just to create a bit of a more natural effect. Now we're gonna set all our liquids before we move on to powder using the setting spray by Milk. Using a little powder puff, I'm gonna use Laura Mercier to set my under eyes and anywhere I feel like I have a bit of extra shine, so right next to my nose and my T-zone. Now the exciting part, we're gonna do eyes. This is my extremely busted, nasty Modern Renaissance palette. So we're gonna go in with that gray shade and just put it all over the lid. This is more depending on your eye shape, but I always like to bring my eyeshadow up and out towards my eyebrow to kind of give it a cattier, snatched effect. So I'm really working it into my crease and then taking this burgundy shade and working it into our lash line, also going out to the eyebrow, going a bit into an outer V shape just to create more of that catty effect and to blend it together with that gray shade put into the crease. Now going back with that original gray shade, I'm going to blend the 2 colors in the crease, and then I could have stayed in the Modern Renaissance palette for this, but I'm just so married to Makeup by Mario. Take any dark brown shade and start to trace a very thin wing along the base of your lash line, pulling it out in the same direction as before. I'm going to shade some of that same burgundy shade on my bottom lash line, and then taking the lightest shade in the palette in my inner to mid section of my eyelid. Now for the ultimate depth of this look, I'm going to tightline both my lower and upper lash line. For my upper lash line, I'm not tightlining the entire thing. I'm just doing the very end 3/4 of it, and then I'm going to flick it out into a wing. I'm also going to be lining the very inside of my eye. It's not going to be a flick where like it's an inner wing, but it's just going to be in that very inner tear duct. For brows, I'm going to brush them up to give them a very feathery look, and then press them down with the back of some tweezers, and then fill them in with a dark brown eyeshadow. I'm going to curl the lashes, and you guessed it, it's a brown mascara to keep the whole theme going. So I'm going to use the YSL Lash Class. It's very volumizing with a black mascara. This one's from Ilia. I'm going to do the very edge lashes to kind of go into theme with it, flicking everything out and keeping the dimension there. With the Patrick Ta bronzer, I'm going to bronze over all the areas I had cream bronzer before. For blush, I opted for a redder shade, so this one's from Sigma. I'm putting it in the very high points of my cheekbones and adding it also to the areas I had cream blush previously. Doing my fake freckles because I can't live without them. I feel like this look really revolves around the eyes, so the lips are going to be a little more neutral. I'm going with this pinky shade and this darker brown shade to line the lips, finishing it all off with the Rhode Peptide lip treatment, and that's it. This has been one of my favorite looks I've made in a really long time. I love it so much. If you have brown eyes and you try it out, please let me know. I think it complements brown features so well, and yeah, let me know if you guys like it.